Pakistan and all these third world nations against the law. You know, we're talking a hyper hypocrite. We got to throw out these people. We've got to realise that politicians, everyone knows they're liars and they're scum. They're not a reflection of us. They're not an appropriate leader for us. They're a failure of our society to make sure that we hold these people to account. We've got the worst of the worst have got into power.
And they're just a product of the system.
So and it makes it easy. It makes it easy on us because we know where they are. We know where the worst of the worst now congregate. Let's put them into hard labour. I'm sure everyone would love to see Julia Gillard breaking rocks for the rest of her life.
That's awful. I really hate giving, attacking individual human beings.
She's a sicko. We're talking a child molester, child killer, warmonger. We're talking horror beyond horror. And to be honest, what I've just proposed is probably too good for her. But at the end of the day,
where are you getting this information? Where? Don't look at me like that. I just don't understand where it's coming from.
I don't understand where that is. Julia Gillard?
Oh.
Really?
Oh, man. Okay, so we didn't really talk much about the structures of power and how it's exercised.
But are you saying that not surely? It's not written and sealed.
So we're talking, let's talk about the law of the land as they stand today.
Yes.
Let's talk about murder. Let's talk about mass murder. Let's talk about conspiracy to murder.
Yes.
Let's talk about treason.
Yeah.
These are the crimes that she's pretty much done. So...
what for? Are you talking about sending troops into war and that sort of thing?
Yeah, against the Australian government, Australian people, knowingly acting against Australian people.
So her position as Prime Minister is doing that?
No, she's acted that out. She's done it. It's not only it's her position, and we've got to go after the previous Prime Ministers. If they're alive, they've got to go to jail. Everybody. You know, it's like...
So you're saying if you make a decision... okay,
if you sign a warrant... and you are knowingly part of the conspiracy, and you know why and how that you're committing treason, murder, conspiracy to murder.
So war is
be
murder.
In jail.
War is murder.
Pretty much.
I agree. I'm just explaining it for anyone out there listening.
Yeah. So if you're in politics, you're in big trouble. If you're a senior bureaucrat, you're in big trouble.
You're a cop.
If you're a senior policeman,
if you're a cop.
If you're a senior policeman and you're in a you're in a masonry organisation, if we can show that you've taken orders based on initiatives based out of the Freemasonry organisation, you are going to go to jail.
Fair enough. I can understand that.
You're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of our senior politicians, bureaucrats, and business leaders and community leaders are absolutely culpable of. There's not that many. We throw them in jail because they've broken the law and they've conspired to hurt us extremely seriously. And to be honest, most people are going to cry for the death penalty, and I can accept that they will cry for it. And I can accept, to be honest, there's a few who, probably should go. But I'm trying to be as open as possible, and there's others who go, we've got to love these people because they're broken, they're victims. There's others that got to be shot on sight. And I'm trying to find an enlightened way. And it's difficult. Because to be honest, I tend to, they tried to kill us. What are we doing putting them in jail? Why don't we just wipe them out?
Should we then throw bankers in jail because poverty is the biggest killer in the world?
No. What you've got is senior bankers who have conspired to defraud the nation.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not about they've gone. You know what? And even if they sat there and go, I'm gonna steal a few $100,000 from these people. You know what? It's a crime. Gone.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, you get pulled over speeding. You just drop a litter.
You smoke a joint of marijuana, you're in jail.
You're in jail. And these guys need to be held to much higher standards because they're leading us.
Absolutely.
And they've broken much bigger laws.
Yes.
And we're talking war, we're talking murder, we're talking extraordinary damage on an economic level.
Damage from bankers, I think, is almost outweighs
big as it gets.
And so it's going to happen. And to be honest, I don't think it can be stopped. I think we can talk and say, we've got to have a peaceful revolution. We can't have a violent revolution.
No, that's what they want.
No, I don't want
that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want.
It's a peaceful revolution because, if we are evolving to our next level of consciousness, we don't want to get there by violence. And we're not going to get there by violence.
I think the love is Dan.
It is. It is true. It is absolutely true.
All just adopt one of the politicians or bring him back to our house, live with him for a few
years.
Well,
to be honest, no. They're not coming back to my house. I'm not living with
mushrooms
them.
And then,
I'm not going to read.
Let's get them fired up.
Give them all mushrooms. I think that's the real solution.
To be honest, put them in jail and make them work for society for the rest of their lives till they die. I think that's a justice.
But I really think if you haven't taken mushrooms before, have you taken mushrooms before?
In Bali, a long time ago. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Did you feel love?
Maybe they could transform you.
No.
You don't think so?
We're talking about hardened criminals. I don't want. Why don't we just put them in jail and make them work really, really hard for society while they're in jail until they die?
I don't mind that, but
and then it's over for us. It's over for them. They've had an opportunity to recontribute to society.
And then we've got to make a decision of how we
could kill them.
You can't harm another life.
You can't harm.
It's an interesting thing, and to be honest, I'm not the person to come to terms with it. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it is very old-fashioned, which is they've committed extraordinary crimes. They need to pay extraordinary penalties. That's how it is. So,
definitely.
But I would love to see the more enlightened conversation regarding that.
So you're talking that they've committed crimes.
Oh, we're talking mass murder
because they do everything legally. Remember, they do everything legally. Yeah. So you're saying the crimes are crimes of your
universal
crimes.
No, I think
crimes.
You'll find that a lot of their crimes they do legally. Most of their crimes they do illegally.
That we don't know about, and
we can take them to task on there. You've broken the law. There's the law. Thanks for coming. You're going to jail.
Okay, yeah, but because no one goes after them.
Yeah, because the system is corrupt. But there's a point when the point is going to be very, very soon where the people aren't going to put up with the system.
No,
and you can see it already. It started. It started.
Yeah,
we're talking about something that started long before. We're in the middle of it. It's about to get a lot worse. It's not about us.
But the problem I have with that is that we're trialing them against their own system, and that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
What are these justice and
rules
and law that we're going to uphold?
Murder of children, stealing people's lives.
It's still an opinion of the prosecutor.
It's not.
It's mass protest.
I think we've got to have some common sense on this stuff. It's like if you're killing children, you're killing children. If you're declaring war for profit, you're doing that. If you're stealing the minds of the population, that's what you're doing.
But that's what the justice system is trying to do, and it's always found loopholes.
No, I don't think it's ever done that. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think these people are going to get to jail. They're going to be lynched. They're not going to get there. And I think that's a shame.
What do you mean?
They're not going to get a trial because once all the truth comes out about everything and everyone knows, they won't even let them go have trial.
Whoever grabs them from their house or wherever they are, they're going to kill them.
Yeah. Once the truth comes out about everything that's happened.
And I think that is an opportunity lost. And can I say to those who are listening at this point in time, let's see if we can...
Please don't kill them. Let them go to jail.
Let's see if we can avoid these deaths, because I really want to see them stand trial. Because not only do we get to see them stand trial and do punishment as we set, but I think there's a whole lot of attacks that they've implemented on us that we do not know about.
Definitely.
And we need to understand the detail of their attack profiles.
So we don't let it happen again.
So we can let it go, understand, accept it, and let it
go. So we can undo the damage that they've already instigated on us. I think humanity is going to become a lot more aware when they realise that, this is a potential and it will never happen again. But we need to understand the full damage that's been implemented against us, because I think we understand a reasonable percentage, but not all of it, and we need to get to the bottom of it, because there's poisons. They put poisons in everything, because they want you dead. We need to understand where they put the poisons. We need to understand where they've tried to damage us, where they've put the landmines, where they've tried to undo us, how they've tried to tear us apart. We need to understand these things so we can undo the damage and heal the population. So these people need to live. So when you're arresting these people, don't put a tie around their neck and set fire to it, as has happened across the world. That's happened across the world. Don't do it. I know it's going to be hard. Just drag them by the ankles to custody. To custody, so we can interrogate these people and find out what they've done. And if they admit to what they've done, then we can potentially give them a lighter sentence. If they don't admit to what they've done, then we can throw them in the swamp. And that's what everyone wants. So we're going to get there.
I like that, and but like, first things first, don't take any of our words for it, because at the moment,
Google, mate, Google
off the chain. But can you please Google? Can you please research, read books, do everything? We
repost on Facebook and Twitter, and send out your email list. And,
we want to tell you that the world is not as it seems, and if you think that you can live your life in this day and age and get away with living a nice, peaceful, quiet life, eventually it's going to come up to haunt you, and you're going to wish that you did some fucking work before it got to that.
Alexander Nietzsche said it, and he was the author of the Gulag Archipelago, which was about the prison camps in Russia. Oh, how we burned! Oh, how we burned in the camps! If only we'd taken that moment when they came for us. If we'd picked up sticks, if we picked up our axes in the alleys, in the stairways, and we'd fought back. Oh, how we would not have burned in the camps.
There you go. And on that note, we'd like to thank Michael.
Thank you so much
for coming and sharing a wisdom that's actually opened my eyes up. And I'm going to go and start researching about some shit that I didn't know.
You've made us feel like
Or I'm going to ring you up soon and we're going to do another podcast and I'm going to disprove everything you've just said. Either one of the
you wrecked me.
Either one of the two. Thank you.
Pleasure. Really good.
And if you guys have liked what you heard and you want to find out more, Truth Cinema and meet up at Truth Cinema Melbourne.
Truth Cinema Melbourne, and we catch up every week or every fortnight, and basically it's not only about showing the movies, it's about having a safe environment to have interesting conversations regarding interesting subjects.
Without lynchings.
No lynchings allowed. If anyone organises a lynching, we organise against that lyncher and we lynch them.
And we discuss.
We sit around with our flowers and let's have a conversation. It's good. We've got to have these conversations. That's the key.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in to Connect, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.